Hello Saberland, Vader's Vault here, showing something that we're very excited about. It's another in a line of limited edition combat class sabers that we are producing in-house here at Vault. This one is the Ravager. It is very similar to our other combat class models in its slim profile, but it has a lot of detailing and design elements reminiscent of some of our earlier custom designs, and that is something that was very fun for us to incorporate into a combat class. The design feature that I'm talking about mostly is the grip bar up here near the emitter for an extra gripping surface. This saber is made for a really good one-handed or even a true two-handed grip, as the rear grip is also a scalloped contoured rear handle there. It makes it very nice to hold with the rear hand. But we did a few customs several years back, Herugrim and Anglachel, both of which had a grip bar. On those two sabers it was towards the rear of the saber. This one we wanted to move it up towards the emitter, as we felt that it was a much better feature to use for the forward hand. We've also got some detailed features, milled areas around the switch area, and like I said, the contoured scalloped grip here with the raised and rounded rings, and then the rotary slots around the pommel for some extra detail at the end of it. Like I said, this is a very exclusive, very limited run. The designs we're trying out in-house are limited in such where once they're gone, they could be gone for good. If they sell real well, then we might decide to add them to the permanent catalog of combat class sabers, but for those of you who are interested in these designs, I would snatch them up because they could be here today, gone tomorrow. These, like all of our sabers that we're shipping right now, are coming with the new Crystal Shard version 4 sound card. We will be doing a more in-depth video on all of the different features of that soundboard, but I will go over a few of the more pertinent and awesome new features when I showcase these in a second here. And like all of our other combat class models, this has an exclusive model-specific font created by the awesome Saber Baron, and you can find all of his other work along with several other talented font makers at www.saberfont.com for all of your font needs for your custom sabers. But these are exclusive to Vader's Vault, and they are exclusive to the models that they come on. So with the Ravager saber, we have the Ravager font. We have 3 different models showcased here. We have, of course, the standard model here, which is the standard bright machine finish. We have our dark version, which is a coat of flat black powder coating in all the base areas to give a nice contrast, especially up here at the emitter and the pommel. And then we have the nice shiny rings there on the grip. And then we've got our elite version, which will give you your choice of accent color that will go in the rings here, as well as these side detail areas and at the pommel. And that could be any of our trans colors: gold, copper, black chrome, trans red, purples, blues, greens, you name it, we've got it. And if we don't see it on the website, you can certainly call us or send us an email, and if we don't have it already, we can get it. But the elite combines both the flat black and the accent color, as well as anything that's silver on the hilt is mirror polished. So it is a totally different level of finish than the other two, and it's a very elegant looking saber. And the dark, of course, being very either Sithy, if you like that, or it's actually a very executive looking saber as well. Very nice details. So let's go ahead and get it fired up. Some of the other new features that we've got with the Crystal Shard 4 is, if you've noticed on the website, we now have the option to do the RGB color matching switch. So if you get an RGB color changing blade when you configure your saber, you can also get the switch to match. As you also notice, we did away with our single emitter LED option on the website, so all of our sabers come with not only premium sound from Plector Labs, but also premium light in the form of our Sun Crusher LED, which is our Tri-Cree LED solution currently, and there is no more trying to choose different power levels. So everything that you get now will be super bright, comes with Flash on Clash standard, and then the only other upgrade option from there is the RGB option. Alright, as you can see, in standby mode, the Crystal Shard 4 has the ability to sequence accent LEDs. Of course, with this one we have the RGB switch in there, so it actually does a sequence with the RGB switch. turn it back on here in a minute. I just want to go over the grip bar when we've got it in camera. Of course, we've got the 2 screws that hold it down, but it also has the access to the blade retention screw, goes through the grip bar there. It doesn't stick up at all, it doesn't even come in contact with your finger, it just allows you to get access with your wrench there. So it doesn't go anywhere else on the hilt, marring up that nice, awesome feature of the ribbed emitter there. But go back to that here. As you can see, the switch changing color. Nice approximation of whatever blade color is on. With the Crystal Shard version 4, if you pick the RGB option, you actually get 16 different colors on board, which is an upgrade from the previous 10. So there's plenty of room for alternate shades, and of course, just like before, you can actually edit those shades and colors you want on the SD card inside. We will have video tutorials of that coming soon. If you're unfamiliar with how to edit stuff on the SD card, all your parameters and colors and sensitivities, we will be going through some of those in a future video. But back to the Ravager. We will probably have a few of these with us at New York Comic Con 2017. If you were planning on going, you can see them in person, but these are, like I said, a limited run, so they might actually be sold out by then, depending on how well they are received by the fan base out there. Like all of our other combat class sabers, they are only meant to be open at the pommel. So when you want to access your chassis to either change your battery or edit your SD card, see what I did? Just take the pommel off, tap it on your hand a little bit, the chassis will pop out, and you can pull it out to access your battery. We do provide a guitar pick, which is handy for prying that battery out. And once the battery's out, then you have access to the SD card right here. That will allow you to change all your parameters and sensitivities, upload sound fonts, change sound fonts, all that good stuff. So there's the Crystal Shard 4 in combination with our 22mm super clear speaker that we introduced last year. This is a winning combination for sound quality and volume and just pure audio bliss, especially when it's coming from a Plector Labs sound card. Of course, pressing a button wakes up out of sleep mode, then goes into an idle LED sequence. If you choose to add accent LEDs on one of the hilts that we offer, since that is a new option that we have, they usually go on the side of the switch here. We usually either mill out or just drill some holes to put the accent LEDs. Then that would take the place of what you see sequencing there, and you can actually adjust that sequence and what it does. Alright, this is the Ravager. Happy Force Friday, everybody. Thanks again from Vader's Vault.